Imagine a world where something as innocent and sweet as sugar holds the power to control your every move. It's a taste that's hard to resist, but what happens when we can't stop indulging? Recent research has uncovered a dark side to sugar consumption, revealing that excessive intake can lead to compulsive overeating and a host of adverse health conditions including obesity, metabolic syndrome, and inflammatory diseases. But how does sugar have such a hold on us? The truth is, it's not just about the taste. Sugar triggers neuroadaptations in the reward system of our brain, decoupling our eating behavior from our caloric needs. It's a slippery slope that leads to addiction, and the evidence is clear. The World Health Organization recommends reducing added sugar to less than 5% of daily caloric intake, and even the American Academy of Pediatrics advises against feeding fruit juice to infants under 1 year old because of its high sugar content. But with mixed messages from advertising, health organizations, and popular press, it can be hard to separate fact from fiction. The truth is, sugar is not just sugar. Different types, like sucrose and high fructose corn syrup, have different effects on the body and brain. And when it comes to added sugars, it's not just about the calories. It's about the impact on our health and well-being. The time has come to take a hard look at our relationship with sugar and make a change before it's too late. Sugar not only affects our waistlines, but it also has a profound impact on our brain and behavior. The science behind sugar is complex, and it's important to understand the different ways that different types of sugar are processed by our bodies. For example, while fructose is often thought of as a healthier alternative to glucose because it comes from fruit, the truth is that the body processes added fructose in a very different way than the fructose found in fruit. Fructose has been linked to a host of health problems, including metabolic syndrome, hypertension, insulin resistance, and even inflammation. In contrast, glucose is a more direct source of energy and is quickly used by the body's muscles and other tissues. This difference in how they are processed in the body can lead to overconsumption of calories with fructose, as it fails to activate the body's signals to stop eating. But it's not just our bodies that are affected, the brain also processes sugar differently. Glucose is the main source of energy for the brain, while fructose cannot directly supply the brain with energy. This difference in brain function can lead to a host of negative health outcomes, including inflammation, neurodegeneration, and even cognitive decline. The science is clear: sugar can have a powerful and negative impact on our bodies, brains, and behavior. It's important to understand the different ways that sugar is processed by our bodies, and to make informed choices about our sugar intake to ensure our overall health. Sugar addiction is a topic that has been the subject of much debate in recent years. While there is evidence from rat studies that sugar addiction can be induced by intermittent access to sugar and in many ways resembles opiate addiction, explicit evidence of pure sugar addiction in humans has yet to be proven. However, the similarities between the way that the brain responds to sugar and drugs of abuse, and the fact that the same reward-related brain structures respond to both, suggest that there may be some underlying mechanisms that are common to both. Additionally, a growing body of research has begun to reveal the link between sugar, obesity, and cognitive functioning. Studies have shown that the brains of obese individuals may respond differently to glucose and fructose, with reduced perfusion in the prefrontal cortex and increased perfusion in the hypothalamus and striatum. Furthermore, there is evidence that cravings for sweets and carbohydrates can partially mediate the significant association between addictive-like eating symptoms and binge eating episodes. It's important to note that, while the evidence is not yet definitive, the similarities between the way that the brain responds to sugar and drugs of abuse, as well as the links between sugar, obesity, and cognitive functioning, suggest that further research is needed to fully understand the potential addictive properties of sugar. When it comes to sugar consumption, it's not just the sugar itself that's the problem, it's also the context in which it's consumed. For example, sugar consumption alone will not lead to weight gain or obesity, but when it's consumed in combination with high levels of fat, it becomes a potent combination with implications for obesity. Studies have shown that when rats were given a diet high in both sugar and fat, they gained weight but did not display the same withdrawal effects as rats that were addicted to sugar alone. On the other hand, complex carbohydrates found in fruits, vegetables, and fiber-rich whole grains and legumes follow a different metabolic pathway than sugars and have been shown to have multiple health benefits including anti-inflammatory effects, anti-diabetic effects via suppression of insulin signaling, inhibition of fat storage, and decreased body fat and weight. Unlike sugars, which can be absorbed in the upper half of the GI tract, certain complex carbohydrates are not digestible by human enzymes and must be broken down by gut microbes in the large intestine. These gut microbes produce short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs, as a byproduct of the fermentation of these complex carbohydrates, which can be used by the body as an energy source and have been shown to increase satiety, reducing food-seeking behavior. It's important to note that while sugar alone may not induce weight gain, when consumed in combination with high levels of fat or when replacing more nutrient-dense, complex carbohydrates, it can lead to negative health outcomes. It's important to be mindful of the context in which sugar is consumed and to focus on consuming nutrient-dense, whole foods that are rich in complex carbohydrates. In conclusion, sugar is a highly palatable food that can trigger our reward systems and lead to compulsive eating. While glucose is not as problematic as added fructose, excessive sugar intake can lead to various health risks such as metabolic syndrome, hypertension, and diabetes. Studies in rat models suggest that sugar may have properties similar to addictive drugs, and the combination of sugar and fat is particularly potent in triggering food overconsumption and weight gain. Complex carbohydrates found in fruits, vegetables, legumes, and fiber-rich grains can be beneficial as they are fermented by gut microbes producing short-chain fatty acids that may counterbalance the inflammatory effects of sugar. However, more research is needed in humans to fully understand the effects of sugar on the body, brain, and behavior. Future research should focus on the direct effects of fructose and short-chain fatty acids on the brain and the potential benefits of dietary interventions for neurological and psychiatric health. Reducing added sugar consumption may help to promote healthy eating behavior and overall physical and behavioral health. If you enjoyed this video, you'll be sure to enjoy this one. Also, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you get notified when I release a new video. Be sure to check out some of the recipes on my channel as well.